the film titled Suitcase Man will be explained today. There is man in this movie who is locked in the suitcase. When he eats, then the golden coins come out of his mouth. A boy is seen at the airport at the start of the movie, whose name was Justin. He was waiting for the luggage, but his luggage had not received even after passing a long time. At last, his luggage is received. Lifting a suitcase from there, he moves to his house. But it is observed here that his luggage had been exchanged with someone's luggage. And Justin was unknown about it at all. Justin was driving a car to move to his house. He was also smoking cigarette, but its ashes are touched with his hand while smoking. His hand is little burnt, and his female friend's number is dialed through his caught cell phone. Here it is known that Justin had broken up with his female friend before few days. Receiving Justin's video call, that girl had started to say ill for him, because she was lusty girl who had left Justin for her greed of money. Because Justin belonged to the lower class, that it is known in the movie that girl's name is Carla. Justin finds his house messy as he reaches the house, and he was also feeling much appetite with it, because his edible things were also finished. So he begins to smoke a cigarette again. He watches the TV to pass his time, then he sleeps after studying. Justin was in sleep and he was hearing the mysterious sounds. So he wakes up. As he ponders those sounds, he understands as someone is saying, "Help me." He realizes, looking at surroundings, that the voices are coming from the suitcase. Now, Justin unlocks that suitcase while fearing. And he is panicked, observing it, because a man was locked in the suitcase. It will be incredible to imagine that his hands and feet were badly molded. He could not make any type of movement in the suitcase. Even he was finding it difficult to stir his face. The shocking fact was that man was still alive. That man pleads to Justin, "Move my face, so that I may talk to you." But Justin was scaring from that man. So he comes near him, lifting a baseball bat. Justin directs that man's face towards him. Meanwhile, the sound of bones fracture was producing from the suitcase. The man says here, observing the baseball bat in Justin's hand, "You have no any danger from me. You can keep this baseball bat aside." Then, Justin asks him, "Who is responsible of yours condition?" And he tells that, "I say to someone very ill to a man. So he turned me into this condition in anger. Now that man says that I have entrapped in this trouble very badly. And I need your help." Justin was very frightening from this man here. And he says, "I cannot treat you, it will be in the hospital. I cannot help you of any type." But that man says to Justin that the men who had turned my conditions is such, they will also reach the hospital. Kindly help me here. Justin agrees with him, but he tells him that your condition may be worsened if I attempted to take you out from this. That man is still compelling that Justin may bring him out of it. Justin attempts to get that man out of that suitcase. That man aches bitterly as he is getting him out. And a gold coin comes out of his mouth with it, which is caught by Justin. He asks that man about this coin. That man tells that our whole family is cursed. Our mouths release the coins when we are ached. That man says, "I will suffer a bitter pain, bringing me out of this suitcase. My mouth will release the coins to that extent I will ache. You can keep these coins. In this way, I will come out. And your problem will also be solved." That man also tells him that, he also tells that it is not an ordinary coin but a gold coin. You can get a lot of money from it. Afterwards, that man says, "Don't bring me out right now. Because I am tired right now and I am also aching. You may start to bring me out from here tomorrow." Here, Justin was considering the whole conversation tricky. He also realizing, this coin is fake. Next morning, he makes this coin examine, going to a shop, where that man tells him that this coin is 24 karat gold. It means that it is a real gold of which you may get a lot of money. Then, Justin sells that coin to him. The shopkeeper hands him over $275 in return. Justin moves to his friend, taking that money, so he may celebrate a party with this amount of money. Alex, who is his friend, asks him here, "From where did you get a lot of money?" Then he tells, "I had a gold coin which I sold." Now, Alex asks him, from where had you got that gold coin? Here, Justin reveals the whole facts to Alex. How he got that suitcase and a man was inside. His mouth releases the gold coins when he is hurt. At the beginning, Alex does not believe. So, Justin accompanies him to his house, from where his female friend was coming out of his house. Now she shows bitterness on him. She says, "You are not only bad for me but for everyone. You have locked someone in the suitcase, murdering him." Justin asks her here, "Why had you visited here?" She tells that some of my belongings had left here that I wanted to take, coming here. First of all, Alex moves inside, leaving them engaged in conversation. Alex unlocks that suitcase at first, entering the house. Alex and Carla are frightened, observing the worst condition of that man. Justin remains calm because he had already witnessed. That man also asks help from Alex and Carla. They both move ahead for helping him. When they both were getting that man out of the suitcase, then that man suffers bitter pain. Many coins begin to come out of his mouth. Justin feels nothing, seeing those coins. But that wolfish, Carla, says, we should pain him more so more coins may release. Alex suggests that they may become millionaire because of this man. Alex also explains to Justin that we may become the millionaires through this. And we can do what we wish. We can fulfill all our wishes. And Justin tells them that he is facing all of this because his family is cursed. That curse may not transfer on us, using that amount of money. Justin also tells them here if we keep him in our possession for a long time, we may face the bad consequences. Justin and Carla are still talking that Alex throws that suitcase down from the stairs. Consequently, that man suffers a bitter pain, and many coins are released with it. Seeing these coins, 3 of them become more lustful. But Justin still had the soft corner for him. Now, Justin puts a condition here because the suitcase belonged to him. He suggests that we will keep him away from us after getting much money from him. Because Justin thinks that we may face a worst consequences, keeping him in our possession. They agree with Justin, and they torment that man from every angle. As a result, he suffers unbearable pain. And many coins also release. Now they had got many coins within the years. They were enjoying this, selling them. Now their lust was increasing in spite of having uncountable coins. They give him the electric shock, so he may release many coins from his mouth, facing much pain. Justin stops giving him the electric shocks after some time. And his friends ask him, "Why did you do this?" Then he says that we have ached him much and we have also got many coins. That man can meet his end if we pain him more. Then that man demands, "Give me more electric shocks. Due to this, I may die and my pain may be over." Now they decide to give that man the strong electric shock. But Justin forbids them, saying it, "I will call police if you don't stop." That girl picks a hammer up to stop Justin. Here, he hits it on his cell phone so he may not call police. And she also hits the hammer on his head with it. As a result, his head bleeds much. Now he begins to go down from there. Then that girl was also following him. But Justin falls down from the stairs. Then Carla and Alex decide, leaving Justin there, that they will pain that man too much. They decide that they will get more money today as far as possible. Then she says that they will start a new life. That man in suitcase says, hearing it, "You cannot start a new life now because you will have to live in this suitcase." And Suitcase Man was laughing too much with it. His eyes had turned into golden color. Within a time, it is seen that a giant purple-colored monster appears from that suitcase. He takes 2 suitcases from it and puts both of them in it. Coming into the senses, Justin observes flowers and a written statement on the table. The statement declares, "Remember me when you will feel the need of mine. I will always be with you." After this, that man is seen at the airport who was inside the suitcase. But that man was alright now. Then it is also known that man was just a trap. They shift their curse to those whose lust crosses its limits. The movie completes here. Subscribe to Movies channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.